Hello there and welcome to Schofield Studios. And Jimmy Fallon is one of the best SNL cast members of all time, even showing up in my top 10 SNL cast members of all time list. And then we go to Jimmy Kimmel, who is the best talk show host of all time and is a great stand-up comedian. Both of these people are funny, but which celebrity is the best comedian? Who is better? Who generates more laughs? Well, let's find out today in this special episode. Who is funnier, Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel? Now let's start with history. And by history, I mean their career. What TV shows have they been in and what jobs have they had? Let's start with Fallon. After dropping out of college, he moved to Los Angeles doing improv. He made small appearances in movies like The Scheme or TV shows like Sin City. He has always wanted to join SNL and even did an audition for it. And he was not accepted, so after some back and forth of TV shows and some stuff that's hard to understand, he got in. He instantly became famous and was on the show for 6 years. Then he left for a movie career, where he showed up in movies like Fever Pitch and Taxi. Then finally, he went to his talk shows, where he starred in The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, which is still around today. Before hosting Jimmy Kimmel Live, he was the co-host of Ben Stein's Money and The Man Show. He also had a radio career for KCMJ in Palm Springs and many other radio stations. He also co-hosts on Comedy Central that made him famous enough to start Jimmy Kimmel Live. And it was successful. He stayed in the show ever since, but he also produced some TV shows, like Crank Yankers and the Annie Milonakis show, which I'm obviously not pronouncing right. These actors both had really nice careers, so I decided to put him with a tie. Fallon and Kimmel get a point. Now the worth. In this short segment, I talk about the net worth of the comedians/actors. They are both very rich talk hosts, and for Jimmy Fallon, he made roughly $60 million, mostly from his talk shows, but also from his movie career and his work on SNL, because Jimmy Kimmel has a slightly smaller career, even though very big. He has only made $50 million. Jimmy Fallon gets a point. Now talk shows. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is a funny show that gets a lot of great guest stars. And then some could argue that Jimmy Fallon relies too much on skits. But the standout comedy in the show, it's just still solid. Meanwhile, Jimmy Kimmel Live is more of a stand-up comedy show, while still having guest stars. Actually, he has stayed funny in quarantine, making fun of Trump in the most insane ways possible, like calling him out the Trump supporters at the White House riot, to make Trump's snake poem have a whole other meaning. Personally, I just like Jimmy Kimmel's show more, and the ratings seem to show that. Jimmy Kimmel gets a point. Now it's a tie again, and this will choose the ultimate Jimmy, although Jimmy Carr is great too. Now let's go to the segment comedy. Fallon has always been the SNL type of comedian. Even when he left SNL for a talk show, he made impressions, acted as funny characters, and had a live studio audience to laugh at his jokes. So he is the SNL Jimmy Fallon and always will be. Like John Krasinski will always be known as Jim. Anyways, meanwhile, Jimmy Kimmel, his comedy is not from doing impressions or skits, but as a stand-up comedian. He is great at delivering jokes and always is sarcastic. He's also very funny when he takes jabs at people. Like, for instance, right now, Mike Liddell, the pillow guy. Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon can make you laugh all day, every day, all night, every night. You get that? So honestly, this was very hard to pick from. But from a lot of consideration, look at the ratings, see what people have to say about the comedy, all the facts. I decided that Jimmy Kimmel was the best. And if you guessed, yeah, it has been a very long time making this. But at least Jimmy Kimmel wins by a point. So they're both very good actors, but Jimmy Kimmel came out as best. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe and click the bell to get constant uploads from me, Schofield Studios. This has been Schofield Studios, where you're the audience. You are the audience. In the intro, it says your ice cream. Very sorry about that. It's spelled wrong. But Schofield Studios, where you are the audience. And cut.